Hi there, it's John from the Cherries Red Army YouTube channel. Well, Bournemouth 1, Spurs 0, and I would usually try and put some sort of slant on how the opposition did in a game, but really Tottenham didn't turn up. It was very impressive how Bournemouth were able to really nullify Tottenham completely. The man-marking press setup that Iraola is pretty famous for, I would say, in the Premier League at this point. I'm very surprised that Thomas Frank really didn't move his midfielders about enough early stages when it became pretty clear that Tottenham were very much struggling to find any kind of opportunity out from the back. I suppose the way that you counteract that is to go over the top, but Richarlison, after the first, after a little bit of success right at the start of the match, really didn't get anything off Diakite or Senesi for the most part. We completely nullified Tottenham right until, with about 20 minutes to go, we eventually decided to sit in a little bit more. I'm sure we would have hoped to get the counters on to a greater degree, but without really offering too much going forward, we still almost arguably had a better chances in the last 20 minutes than Tottenham did anyway. I could try and pick out some stand-up performances, but really every single player on the pitch for Bournemouth was just outstanding, with Semenyo and Brooks giving Porro and Spencer torrid time on the wings. Evan Nilsson just kept running. I thought Adams was outstanding. Alex Scott had one of his best games for us in midfield. Truffert, who's come in to replace Kirkes, looks like an instant upgrade, to be fair. He's already pocketed Salah and Kudus in the first two away games of the season, and I know Salah scored in our first game, but he had to go to the other side of the pitch for that one. And Hill comes in for Smith and continues to do a really good job from 1 to 11. They were absolutely fantastic, and now, after a lot of talk about Bournemouth's defence being decimated, all the players that we brought in, along with the couple that we still had left over, have just got 2 clean sheets in 2 games. And whilst the depth isn't there as defence, we are looking incredibly strong defensively. The only worry is we're just not finishing chances. That game should have been 3 or 4 by the hour mark, and if it had been, it would have reflected the game a lot better than it actually was. A blow, obviously, for Tottenham, but I'm sure Frank will just have to rearrange stuff and chalk it up to a bad day, because Spurs won't be that poor most of the time.